What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? 2 pet ducks. You may be tempted to go for one, but trust me, you need to, and you'll have about $76 left over. Houseplants. They will make you happy looking after them. I recently bought a Venus flytrap. She caught her first fly today. So proud. I bought a $1 back scratcher from an Asian market in town. Best $1 I ever spent. Vertical mouse. $20. Saved my wrist using it at work all day. It looks odd but it feels so much more natural. I even got a bunch of people at my office to buy one after they tried mine. A king-sized blanket for a queen-sized bed. I got a king for a double bed. Best decision ever. The double sheets fit the bed, but I couldn't snuggle completely under them without curling up. Now, I can hide completely under the duvet stretched out. Best thing ever in the winter. If I pull the covers completely over myself, the boogeyman can't find me. I have a king-size bed, and even king-size comforters are kind of small. So my partner and I have 2 king-size comforters, one each side, so no one has to share. This post cost me over $400 so far. Sharp knives for the kitchen. I put off buying a whetstone for a long time, mostly because I was nervous I would use it wrong and ruin my knives. But it's not too hard at all if you get one with an angle guide. Makes chopping stuff up faster, easier, safer. We bought a whetstone what feels like years ago and it went unused until last week. Everyone in the household is constantly complaining about dull knives and I always tell them, well, we do have a whetstone. To which they respond, I don't care now how to use that one. Eventually the dullness started to actually bother me, so I spent 30 seconds watching a YouTube video and gave it a crack. Then I learned it had been bothering me my whole life and I just didn't know it. Knives are supposed to cut that easily? Holy crap. A glass breaker on a keychain. Push it against the glass of your car window and it shatters immediately, helping you get out of a car underwater, broken door, etc. Super cheap and life-saving. In my opinion, definitely a weighted blanket if you have a hard time sleeping at night or have anxiety. They have some at Target for $25 currently. I just use the crushing weight of all my failures instead. Much cheaper. Something else that really helped with sleeping for me is a bottle that keeps water cold. Miso or whatever. Being able to drink ice cold water at any time during the night without leaving your bed changes everything. Motion sensor night lights. Can't tell you how many stubbed toes or falls they have prevented. Also a cheap intruder alarm. Get a motion activated toilet bowl light. They're amazing. Don't kill your eyes in the middle of the night when you gotta pee. Relatedly, a dimmer switch for the bathroom works in the middle of the night, as well as early mornings, as you can gradually increase the brightness to match your current tolerance for the world. Carbon monoxide detector. Post-it notes are far cheaper. Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do. I had to take the batteries out of mine. The beeping was making me sleepy and giving me a headache. OP, you still alive? More than one 10mm socket. Excuse me while I cry. 1 7/16 of an inch at a time. Blackout curtains for your bedroom. Changes your life if you want to sleep all day. I refuse to have them in my room after living like a vampire for a few years. Combine it with a wake up light alarm clock. May sound simple, but a good pillow. It is amazing the change in body aches and sleep you see when you have a good pillow that fits you. How does one find the perfect pillow? Sunscreen. No skin cancer for me. For anyone that disagrees with this comment, I've had multiple skin cancer surgeries. It's not the scalpel cutting flesh away from your body that hurts the most during the procedure. It's whatever liquid they inject into you to deaden the nerves around the cancer that hurts. The needles don't hurt, but that they inject into you is effing nasty. Wear your sunscreen, kids. An air compressor to air up your tires. Got one off Amazon for $30. To add to this, a jumper. Basically a battery in a box that has battery clamps for jump starting your vehicle. Get one that has a DC outlet so you can use it to power small electronics when you have a power outage at home. I would not recommend combination jumper air compressor units. Would suggest separate jumper and air compressor. Note: doesn't hurt to have actual old-fashioned jumper cables too. A 10-foot charging cable or a quality pair of shoes. F me, I'm reading this hunched over with my phone plugged into an impossibly short charging cable. you might consider a USB extender, which comes in handy for other things as well. Then you can just plug it into whatever. Don't wanna sit at your desk for gaming? USB extender. Now you can sit at the couch and use the coffee table instead of your desk and the TV instead of your monitor. A 10-foot charging cable. Only if of God quality, otherwise it might lose enough voltage over its length for the phone to not charge. Been there, done that. I once bought a 10-foot charging cable of God quality. Unfortunately it was the God Hephaestus and almost burned my apartment down. If you have a large lawn or a property that requires a lot of yard work, get some 3M work tunes. About $50, and they're combination hearing protection and Bluetooth headphones, so you can actually hear your music without destroying your eardrums. They're a good gift too for anyone you know with a lawn or wood shop or something. At my old house it was a 4-5 hour ordeal to mow and trim the property. I'd likely have went fully insane without those. Great idea. Useful on a plane too. With minor hearing loss from too many concerts in my 20s, I have to turn the volume to nearly max on a plane. So I usually just put in earplugs and can't watch or listen to anything. But this would help. National Park Annual Pass. If you're a veteran with any disability rating, they're free for life. Did not know this, thanks. A good shop vac. You will not believe how many uses around the house you'll find for it. Cobweb removal, water removal, gravel removal, vent cleaning, soot trap cleaning, after a good scrub since it's likely dirty from other tasks, car vacuuming, dust sucking, the list goes on. Seriously, if you plan to buy or already own a home, go get a shop vac. My wife said we needed a new vacuum and made the mistake of sending me out to get one. I love my new shop vac. LMAO. Live in an apartment and this is our vac for everything. Carpet, vinyl, bathroom, car. I'll use the blowing side to inflatable air matters or coals for BBQ. You have a bathroom car. Look at Mr. M's fancy pants here. Condoms. My dad's biggest regret. Womp womp. Step 1. Throw away all your socks. Step 2. Buy 3-5 packages of the same sock. Step 3. Enjoy life without ever having to match socks again. A basic skincare routine. I'm talking like cleanse, moisturize, sunscreen, and if you're really adventurous and need, get yourself a topical for acne or concerns. Amazing for your self-esteem, and also becomes a form of self-care eventually. It's so easy to forget to take care of yourself. First aid kit. Similarly, a fire extinguisher. My dad was a firefighter. When my wife and I bought our first house, my dad gave us 6 fire extinguishers, a box of 9 volts, and a life ladder. Man, I miss that guy. Light-hearted, but a pressure cooker. You can get one for around $100, and it can easily cook a genuinely staggering variety of food, and cook it well. Every Indian family uses a pressure cooker. I can say with confidence 99% of Indians use this. I can't imagine my life without a pressure cooker. It makes rice, meat, lentils, pulses, beans, almost everything in less time. Foam roller, a lacrosse ball as well. Get them glutes, people. An electric kettle. I'm American. As a UK citizen, a kettle is on a par with actually having food in the house. Holy sh! Just got up this morning and it's all gone mental. Thanks for the award. As an Irish citizen, I'm pretty sure our right to a kettle is explicitly stated in our constitution. A good shower head. I cannot stress enough how a high quality shower head can turn getting clean into utterly zen. 30-minute self-healing and relaxation session. Bonus points for a detachable shower head and extra double bonus points if you are a lady who enjoys that particular brand of flying solo. +1 for a detachable shower head. I don't enjoy masturbating that way, but I do like being able to clean with a directed stream of water on my private bits because leftover soap gets itchy down there. Squeaky clean beehole. A+. A dash cam for your car can protect you from wrongful claims, also vandalisms and theft. I got one. Although I have never been in an accident before, knock on wood, the peace of mind that it gives me to know that I have backup evidence or anything of that sort for future issues is calming. Best $50 spent in the last 30 days, or maybe some sweet internet points down the road from catching some happenstance situation. Remember all them rad meteorite videos from Russia because everyone had a dashcam? My mom had a dashcam in her van for years. When she got into a really bad accident with her 18-wheeler, we were able to use that to our advantage. A good chef's knife and a cast iron skillet. When you have tools that are satisfying to use, cooking becomes less chore and more hobby. You'll end up eating healthier, cheaper than takeout restaurant. And ditching the dull Walmart knife and scratched up non-stick aluminum skillet are the best place to start. I got a great knife at the outlet mall for $52 and a 12 inches cast iron pan on sale for $32. That leaves me $16 for ingredients for fajitas, and you can make a lot of fajitas for that price. 24M. I bought a book online about SQL for like $25 and then a course on Udemy for like $11.99. But went from a job earning $35,000 to $55,000 because I took time to learn a new skill, and if I end up staying and becoming a higher level analyst, salary is around 75k. Maybe data analysis isn't your gig, but learning a skill can be cheap in terms of money, more time consuming than anything but worthwhile. I make $120,000 a Russ. My primary skill is SQL and pulling data. Yes, I have degrees, but I don't really use any of that Moving data is a skill that makes you a god in the business world. A hammock. Bought my Eno a year ago and I have no idea what I did without it. You can literally post up anywhere and everywhere and it will encourage you to go outside a lot more. Should I stay inside and lay down, or shall I go outside and lay down? This is an accurate representation of my activities during the pandemic. Really thinking about bringing my computer so I can lay in my hammock in the park and watch TV. An electric toothbrush. So true. I've been using one for years so I don't even remember how big the difference was. But recently I convinced my BF to buy himself one and he was like, WTF, my teeth never felt so brushed. A used instrument. Jita. Piano. A passport. Although, it depends where in the world you are. Where I am it is less than the equivalent of $100. A cookbook. Not like a fad celebrity book but a real old school family cookbook. Best one I ever found was at a garage sale and was like 6 inches thick, ring binder full to the brim with yellow pages, some with stains. It honestly should have been a family treasure and I got it for $20. Hundreds of family recipes with easy to follow handwritten notes. I'm sad I never met the grandma that this thing once belonged to. Or an old school home ec textbook. Found one at a thrift shop and it's from the early 60s and it's awesome. It'll teach just plain old home cooking, but also includes stuff I've never seen in other cookbooks. For example, how to time everything so it all comes out at once. A chapter on cooking for the ill, and there's also a dated chapter on losing or gaining weight. Budgeting is also a big part, as well as just planning tasty, balanced meals. Meat thermometer. No more cutting open meat to see if it's done, thus leaking juices. A good everyday carry pocket knife. I use mine several times a day. A slow cooker. A Kindle library card. A juicer blender. A donation to adopt a pet from an animal shelter. A printer. Rice cooker. Books. Knowledge is currency that only increases. Okay, I've bought the Twilight series and all of Sean Hannity's books. Let's get to work. A good set of cookware, whether it's pots and pans, or a good chef's knife. Every investment I make in my kitchen increases my quality of life. The right shampoo and conditioner. Dude. I use this super girly looking stuff called Love Beauty and Planet, and my hair is glorious and I love putting my hands into it, and other people like putting their hands in my hair too, generally women. Female marketed products are vastly superior in so many ways, and dudes won't buy it because they are forced into the men's marketed section with bears and wolves and trees that represent shitty college smelling products that are 12 in one: body, hair, dish, clothes, car wash. Hair is hair. Choose the products marketed towards people who give a sh about their hair. Be the beautiful man you were meant to be. One of the male marketed products that is superior though is men's razors. I know women that swear by men's razors, both because they're higher quality and lower in price. Totally yes, women's razors suck. A pull-up bar. How do you start using it though? Just every day keep trying and eventually I might be able to get there. I have exactly 0 upper body strength so getting started feels so daunting. Begin with negative reps. Stand on a chair or stool, and get in pull-up position from the standing position. Or jump up to a pull-up position where your chin is above the bar. then slowly lower yourself down. Continue to do these. Even better, use a resistance band to help spring you during the rep. Start with stronger or multiple bands. Progressively reduce the resistance. Eventually you will be able to do body weight pull-ups. Then comes the fun part when you add weight. Chin-ups are also usually easier for most people, but negative reps or using a resistance bands, ideally both, are a surefire way to progressively overload your way into being able to do them. Good luck. A bidet. Trust me. Have you seen Japanese toilets? Bidets are cool and all. Makes everywhere clean, but Japanese bidets are for the win. Japanese anus cleaning technology is incredible. Vibrator. YouTube wants you to think the answer is YouTube Premium. F Google for pushing YouTube Premium so hard. They're so aggressive about it that I'll never even consider getting it out of spite.